Hey guys, it's Jess here. Today I thought I would jump on here and have a little bit of a chat about something that I see happening a lot, especially when we're talking about skin, but other things as well, and that is this tendency to focus on treating symptoms rather than looking at addressing or even identifying root causes of conditions or things that we've got going on. So a lot of the time in our society, someone presents with some kind of skin condition. So, if we take acne, for example, or eczema or whatever it may be, and the focus is on treating the symptom. So we use things to just manage the acne we've got happening or the dermatitis or the eczema. Now, obviously, there is a case for managing symptoms that are uncomfortable to bring us back to a level of comfort where we can. But focusing on symptoms is a little bit like, you might have heard this analogy before, driving down the road in your car, the fuel light comes on, which would be the symptom, but the root cause of that fuel light coming on is that you have run out of fuel. You need to get some fuel. So if we were to take the approach of focusing on symptoms and we were to cut that fuel light wire, so then the fuel light goes off. So on a surface level, it looks like the problem has gone away because the symptom is gone. But really, we haven't addressed the underlying reason why that fuel light came on in the first place. And so the problem is either going to reoccur, or, if we're talking about skin or health, it's either going to reoccur and keep reoccurring, or it's going to be expressed in a different way. So when we're looking at something like skin, for example, our skin is a very expressive communication tool that our body uses to tell us what is going on at a deeper level. So when someone has something going on with their skin, when I'm working with people who are wanting to improve the health of their skin, or if they're working with a condition that they've got that's being expressed, yes, there obviously is a place for helping to make those symptoms more comfortable, but it's never where the solution ends. So what we need to be doing is looking at the reasons why for everything. And this comes down to skin, this comes down to difficult emotions we're feeling, this comes down to any kind of illness that's being expressed in the body, always asking that deeper question of why. What is underneath this? What is causing this? What is the reason that this symptom is being expressed? So in the case of skin, if we're just treating skin on a topical level, just on a symptom surface level, we're never going to get to the root cause of why our skin issue exists. And therefore, we're never going to truly cure it, because it's just going to keep reoccurring because the reason that it is occurring has not been resolved. So this is why a lot of dermatologists say that acne, there is no cure for acne, it can only be managed. And that's because they're only managing symptoms. So from that perspective, it really cannot be cured because, the dysfunction is coming from a deeper level. So just to give some ideas of, maybe where to start looking for these kind of things. For skin, if we're talking about skin, we want to be looking at things like gut health. We want to be looking at things like emotions. Yes, we want to be looking at what we're using topically, but it's pretty rare, I must say, that someone is experiencing skin issues because of something they're using topically. It can happen, and it is a good thing to rule out. But usually, we want to be looking at things like hormonal imbalance. We want to be looking at food sensitivities. We want to be looking at beliefs. If you're familiar with the work of Louise Hay, the best-selling author of You Can Heal Your Life, she talks a lot about how our body expresses things on a physical plane that are happening on a spiritual or emotional plane. So, she associates acne with a dislike of the self. So looking at areas like our self-love and our self-care. So it runs a lot deeper. And the only true way that you're going to cure something like acne is to look at it from a root cause perspective, from a holistic perspective, and going from there. So the reason why this is a good thing is when you present with something, that is uncomfortable or, debilitating for you, any kind of physical or emotional symptom that is undesired. This is actually a fabulous opportunity, and this can be the doorway into a total positive overhaul, total positive improvement. It can be a life-changing opportunity for you if you choose to view it in this way. So oftentimes when something, an undesired symptom is being experienced, we view it as a negative thing. Whereas if we can change our mindset to view it as basically just our body communicating to us that something is out of balance, something needs to be addressed, and seeing it as an opportunity to improve our health and happiness on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level, then we can start to get excited almost when things that are undesirable start being expressed. So what I mean by that is, if you presented with acne, I'm going to keep using that example because it's something I have personal experience with. So if you are expressing acne through your skin, and you choose to take so you start looking at the root cause, and you're addressing things like gut health, you're addressing things like emotional health, you're addressing things like beliefs, you're addressing things like hormone balance, right? So all of these things that it will take, there's something in those things that is out of balance, which is the reason why your body is expressing acne. It doesn't just come from nowhere. And it doesn't just come from that your body hates you or that you have broken skin or whatever. It's never that. There's always an underlying cause which can be addressed. So when you come at it from that angle, by addressing those things, you are going to have better hormone balance. You're going to have a better mindset. You're going to have better self-esteem and a better view of yourself, more self-confidence. You are going to likely have a diet that works for your body better. And so you can see that, yes, your skin's going to be clear, which is obviously, that was the initial goal. But you're going to end up with so much more than that. Your whole life is going to improve because you took a root cause approach rather than a symptom surface approach. So the other alternative is your body is expressing acne, you go to the doctor and you get some antibiotics and some antibacterial cream or benzoyl peroxide or something like that, which is going to suppress the acne, right? So on a surface level, it looks like the problem has gone away. But the reason why you were expressing acne in the first place has not changed. And so you are still likely to feel the same level of digestive upset, the same level of hormone imbalance, the same level of self-hate, the same level of, whatever it may be. If you see the point that I'm making, nothing has changed. You're not really in a better place as a whole person from a holistic perspective. Yes, your skin may appear clear, but these imbalances, these underlying reasons are going to express because they have to, either in another way, either in that you're going to need to keep upping your dose of whatever you're using on your face because it's not going to be able to suppress the acne any longer. Your body's going to keep trying to express that something's out of balance. So you're either going to need to keep trying different things. The resistance will wear off, you'll start breaking out again. You'll either need to, or this imbalance is going to be expressed in another way, another form of illness or dis-ease that is trying to communicate to you that there's something that you need to address. So unfortunately, we can't escape it. We cannot escape when there's things out of balance internally that we need to address. There is no quick pill for that. And thank goodness there isn't, because these things are trying to point us to being resolved so that we can actually be in a state of health, happiness, and abundance. See, our body is always trying to get back to a state of balance. And the reason it expresses these symptoms is because it's saying, hey, there's something here that isn't working for you. It's not serving you. There's something that you have been ignoring. There's something you've been suppressing. There's something that you haven't been paying attention to. And it's time. And here I'm physically trying to bring your attention to it. And just by putting a Band-Aid over this symptom that I'm expressing doesn't fix the root cause. And so now I'm going to have to try and find a different way to express it to you. So I always caution people against using Band-Aid fixes or addressing symptoms only, because we're setting ourselves up for our bodies to be telling us things and the universe to be telling us things louder and louder and louder until we are forced to listen. So when you have something that's being expressed by your body, yes, it may seem like more work in the short term, but really, if you can view it as this is an opportunity for me to achieve an optimal state of health on every level. This is an opportunity for me to really identify what is out of balance. And I know that every fiber in my being, my whole person, is going to feel more healthy, happy, vibrant. I'm going to be able to then live out my purpose from that place, because I'm going to not be bogged down with these limiting things, bad health, bad mindset, whatever. I'm going to be in such a good place that then I can actually be present and enjoy my life and start to serve and offer my gifts. So that's actually what's happening. There's something out of balance. There's something I haven't been addressing yet that I need to. And that's really what my symptom is trying to tell me. So yes, that applies to skin, but applies to many other things as well. We can be experiencing depression, and we can either choose to take the symptom addressing route of going to the doctor and getting some pills. And now I'm not judging anybody who takes antidepressant, and I'm not even saying that there isn't a time and place for it, because as I said, yes, there is a time to address symptoms to get them to be more comfortable and more manageable, but that's not the end solution. So we can take the path of pills and suppression, which is never going to fix the underlying stuff. Maybe we can use that stuff in conjunction with addressing root cause, or maybe we don't need that stuff and we just address root cause from the start. And it's always the same stuff, you guys. It's always gut health, hormones, mindset, emotional beliefs, diet, quality of life, and are we living on purpose? Are we doing the things that are making us happy? Are we forming meaningful connections? Are we spending time outside in nature? Are we drinking enough water? You know, this stuff, it's not new, it's not rocket science, it's not hard. At the start, it might take some discipline to start to bring these things in. Sometimes we avoid doing this stuff because it feels scary, because in order to bring this stuff in, we have to let go of stuff, maybe relationships, maybe situations which have felt really comfortable for a while. And so even though they're not serving us, we stay in them because we're scared to let them go. We're scared to be alone. We're scared we won't find better. We're scared we're not worthy of better. You know where I'm going with that? So what I'll say is this. Anytime that there's something in your life that is an undesired symptom, and whether that is physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, whatever, don't just go for the symptom fix. Start to look at the root cause. Start to ask the hard questions, because you're not going to be able to run away from them forever. At some point, you will need to face them, and if you don't choose to, you will be forced to. So don't wait to be forced. And I'm talking about by, you know, critical illness, debilitating stuff where literally you're flat on your back and you're forced to look at the hard questions. So don't wait for the universe to give you that kind of lesson. Listen as it whispers. It's going to keep getting louder, so start listening now. You know, it's never too late to start. Seek out people who are doing this stuff, who can guide you on your path. You know, start sharing your vulnerability. Start to look at the things that are making you scared. Start to follow that feeling of lightness and ease. Start to tap into your intuition, and start to address those basic pillars of health that I mentioned before. So I hope this helps, guys, you to not look at when things are being expressed as the end of the world and something that you need to suppress or cover up, but as an opportunity to tap into your best health of your life.